Yes. Suppose you want to perform this experiment in the lab, then what you need to have is, we will take up all parts and the role of the same. First one is what? Yes, an evacuated tube with the window. Why an evacuated tube? Yes, why an evacuated tube? Because when electrons will move, they shouldn't collide with other atoms or molecules of, say, nitrogen if or oxygen present in air. That is why. One. So you have a plate here, another plate, and you connect a voltage, a battery across the two. Here you have is a bulb, and this bulb is connected with supply variable. It's written as V1 or V2. This is V2. This is V1. Yes. This voltage, yes, will do what? Will vary power of this bulb. If you increase voltage, power of the bulb will increase. If you decrease voltage, power of the bulb will decrease. So, number of photons coming out, that means intensity, can be controlled. For example, you have a table lamp with a regulator. So, if you have a table lamp with a regulator, if you regulate, that means you are regulating the voltage. By changing the voltage, you can change its power or light coming out of this, or intensity, that means number of photons coming out, can be controlled. It passes through, yes, these photons pass through this window, cross and hit the metal surface. Electrons are ejected from the surface. So, this metal provision is there in the lab, that you can change this metal. You can use copper, platinum. Why? Because you want to study if you change the metal, what is the effect on the total overall observation. From this you have concluded that different metals have different work functions. So, you can change. There is a thread arrangement here. You can change this metal plate and replace it by a new metal. One. When the electrons reach to the other surface, here in this particular arrangement, this is negative. Why negative? In case we want to know that what is the kinetic energy of the electron to repel the electrons, you can make this positive also. That means there is a commutator switch available here. You can make this voltage positive also. What is the purpose if you make it positive? Now you want to attract the electrons. So, if it is required in the experiment that you want to repel the electrons, make it negative. If you want to attract, make it positive. You can do it by changing the polarity of this, and you have a commutator switch available in the lab. There is an emitter here, microemitter or milliamp emitter, depending on the current. What is the purpose? To measure current, means to find the number of electrons. If there is no electron ejected from the surface, current reading will be 0. If more electrons are ejected, current will also increase. What about this? Voltmeter. Yes. Purpose of this voltmeter is to measure voltage applied across the tube. This is the function of various parts. We can go through one by one. It consists of an evacuated tube having photosensitive plate and another metal plate A. Monochromatic, yes. Single color, because this packet has energy h nu, and we want to study the effect of one particular photon. That means you will use what? Blue color light, yellow light, sodium bulb, or red light, or even if you use ultraviolet source, it should have single frequency, monochromatic, single frequency. Monochromatic light from the surface, from the source of sufficiently short wavelength passes through the window. The electrons are emitted by the plate C and are collected by plate A by the electric field created by the battery. The battery maintains the potential difference between the plates. The emission of electron causes the flow of current in the circuit. The potential difference between the emitter and collector plate is measured by a voltmeter, whereas the current flow through the circuit is measured by it should be microammeter, not meter. The intensity and frequency of light can be varied. I have explained to you how you can change the intensity. If you change this voltage, power is changed, so intensity varies. How you change the frequency? You change the bulb. One method is that you have different bulbs, red color, yellow, blue, different bulbs. This is one. Two, you have filter, a thin polythene filter, plastic filter you can say. It's a red color, yellow. You might have seen some of the goggles also. So blue color, green color, yellow color. You can use those filters here and they will give you single color, monochromatic light. So the intensity and the frequency of light can be varied. The polarity of plate C and A can also be reversed by commutator switch. That means what? If this is negative, this plate is negative. If you want to make it positive, you can make this plate positive by using what? A commutator switch. Simple arrangement. Light of different frequencies can be used by putting appropriate colored filter or colored glass in the path of light falling on emitter C. Intensity can be varied by changing the distance of light source from the emitter. One method of changing intensity is what? Change the voltage. Second is, you place this bulb here. If you move this bulb away, then the light coming on this window will decrease. If you move a point source or a source of light away, intensity decreases. So if you move it away, that's another method of changing the intensity. Time with you is 4 minutes to write.